Be sure to click that little bell so you can never miss a video from the roundtable. Theories, reviews, news, updates, all straight to your device. Hashtag Notification Squad. So a few weeks ago, I made a theory that Garnet would poof in the Season 4 finale of Steven Universe, leading Ruby and Sapphire to get separated on Homeworld in Season 5. However, that wasn't the case, as it's only Steven and Lars who's making the leap of faith from Beach City to Homeworld. That doesn't negate the fact that this image from the recording booth exists of the voice actors for Steven, Lars, Pearl, and Sapphire from about 9 months ago, and as I mentioned in that video, Room for Ruby had the exact time frame between the recording and the air date. For most episodes, they record 9 months ahead of the air date. With Steven and Lars on Homeworld, it's become apparent what this really is. It's likely that what we're actually going to see is a Homeworld Sapphire in addition to the fan favorites, Blue and Yellow Pearl. Going off that assumption, this won't be speculation on whether or not we'll actually see the Sapphire or not. I'm just gonna roll with yes, but rather speculating the purpose of introducing a Homeworld Sapphire in the story. The obvious justification would be because it's cool. Homeworld equivalents to our Gemcast is a pretty rad thing to see. I was honestly so amazed when we first saw the Ruby Squad for the mere novelty of having the evil doppelganger trope in the series. I didn't get that feeling with the Amethyst, as Amethyst is overcooked and is smaller from her family, and lacks some of their features as a result. Instead, I got a sense of, this is what Amethyst would look like if she had an anime transformation. We have to keep in mind, Steven and Lars aren't just going to be fleeing from the diamonds, they're going to become wanted fugitives that's going to be hunted down by the entirety of Homeworld, assuming word spreads of their escape. We really have no sense of how large Homeworld is, but I'd put money on it being as large, if not larger than Earth. Bismuth didn't sound too impressed by it when she recalls her initial reactions to the planet in her subtitle episode, which indicates to me it's not too fancy in scale compared to Homeworld and other Gem-controlled planets. If Homeworld is anything like Earth, then there could be environments with little to no population like the kindergarten we see in the Wanted promo. The Diamonds definitely don't want the notorious Rose Quartz to be running amok on their planet for too long, which is where the Homeworld Sapphires come in. They'd likely only need one, but she played the role our Sapphire did in the answer. Garnet recalls that Sapphire was requested by Blue Diamond to foresee the circumstances of the anticipated assault from the Crystal Gems and their capture. Obviously, the end result did not match up with what was prophesized, but that's one instance of a single Sapphire, and doesn't reflect the entire cut of Gem's success rate. This time, the situation is nearly reversed from what our Sapphire dealt with, as instead of Rose Quartz attacking, Steven and Lars are fleeing. Assigning a Sapphire to help narrow down the whereabouts of these two wouldn't be any more perfect. The advantage of a Sapphire is that they're very cold and distant, yet level-headed, due to seeing the resolution of events before they transpire. This keeps Sapphires focused and on point in missions, having minimal frustrations and their emotions in check. This is very exciting, as Steven and Homeworld Sapphire may challenge each other in a series of mind games. Steven's used to the Sapphire that adores him, the compassionate, on-our-toes Sapphire that makes up Garnet, a Sapphire that detests his existence and is loyal to Homeworld. A 180 from everything he's familiar with would continue to shake him up just a little bit more in addition to everything that's already going on. He really needs it driven home that the Crystal Gems are defective in the eyes of their makers. For this particular Sapphire, in the scenario that Steven and Lars managed to evade her visions and change the future, I can see her losing said composure and focus Sapphires have by design. Much like Jasper, it'd go to show that if you oppose Rose Quartz for too long, you risk the chance of being driven to madness. Have the Diamonds get irritated that the calculations and predictions of a Sapphire are failing them again. Despite his best intentions, Steven's a threat to the Diamonds as he's capable of causing their entire empire to collapse with his words alone. I don't want Steven's time on Homeworld to pass and the planets unaffected. I want him to make waves and set off a chain reaction. After Steven's departure, Homeworld should be fundamentally changed even if it's in the smallest way. Leave a few aristocratic gems unhinged. Have gems across the spectrum questioning their allegiance to the Diamonds. Even though we will return to the inevitable Beat City episodes at some point in this season, the status quo needs to be altered to capitalize on the weight of this arc. If not, even though I'll enjoy everything this upcoming special has to offer, the overall story of Steven Universe is a different case because these arcs need to have long-lasting effects. But that's really all I have to offer right now for this topic, so what do you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comments below. Do you agree that we'll see a Homeworld Sapphire, and what role do you hope she plays? And since I mentioned the prospect of Blue and Yellow Pearl, what are you hoping from them? Perhaps we'll see if our Pearl's the only one who's experienced in combat. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please throw a like, and share with any Steven Universe fans who love Sapphire. And if you're new here, subscribe. Both of these things really help us out. And if you want to help beyond that, consider supporting us on Patreon. $1 can go a long way, and we can even shout your channel. You can also rep the roundtable and buy some shirts on Teespring, including a crystal clear tee or hoodie. And of course, follow us on social media such as Twitter, Instagram, links to everything in the description down below. Awestruck Vox, signing out. This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of the animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meaning Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.